You hear that cheering and screaming? Well, that was the moment the crowd of Karen Reed supporters stationed outside the courthouse found out she was acquitted of the most serious charges against her. As the jury foreman read the verdict, Reed's lawyers hugged her, and you could see the relief on her face. Now, if you were watching the coverage live, you could hear the cheering outside the court so loud it was picked up on the mic inside the court. And while the jury cleared Reed of second-degree murder, they still convicted her of a lesser-included charge of drunk driving. She'll serve a year of probation for that. Now, prosecutors accused Reed of hitting her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, with her SUV in January of 2022. They said she left him to die in the snow outside a home in Canton, Massachusetts. Now, Reed exited the court yesterday to find a cheering crowd, and she addressed her supporters.
Number one is I could not be standing here without these amazing supporters who have supported me and my team financially and, more importantly, emotionally for almost 4 years. And the second thing I want to say is no one has fought harder for justice for John O'Keefe than I have and my team.
CBS News Boston reporter Kmitt has been covering this case, and she's live for us now outside the courthouse in Dedham, Massachusetts. Penny, thanks for joining us. Now, you were outside the court when that verdict came down. We just saw the crowd reaction. What was the atmosphere like?
Well, Michael, I can say it felt almost like a concert. People were screaming so loudly in a way I've never heard before. There's about 1,000 supporters out here, people crying, hugging each other, popping confetti. Even there's actually still confetti scattered all over the sidewalks here. Again, it had a concert-like feel. And being out here every day, I've gotten to know a lot of Karen Reed supporters who have also been out here every day. They really, truly believe deep in their hearts that an innocent woman was framed. So this was a very emotional moment for them, and a moment that was very vindicating, I would say.
And Penny, you received a statement from several friends of John O'Keefe who were inside the house the night he died. What can you tell us about that?
So this statement, as you mentioned, came from several people who were inside of the house when John O'Keefe died. But there are some people on the statement that were not inside of that house, and people that we heard testify, including Jen McCabe, Brian Albert testified during the first trial. They started by giving their condolences to the O'Keefe family, and they said that this was all they would say for now. They would have more to say in the future. Then they went on to call this case still a conspiracy despite the verdict. They say that this case has been infected by lies, a conspiracy. It is a cruel reality what happened. And then again, offering their condolences to the O'Keefe family, but really almost blaming Karen Reed for lies and making what they call a PR stunt out of this trial.
Now, has the DA said anything about whether they would reopen the investigation into O'Keefe's death?
No, and that's kind of crazy because a case this high profile, we almost always hear from the district attorney. They have been silent. We've reached out to them for a statement, a comment, an interview, anything. We have not received a single word. We did ask Karen Reed's attorneys if they think that an investigation into John O'Keefe's death should be reopened. Alan Jackson said, no, this case is over.
All right, Kmitt, thanks for your reporting.